Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this morning's middle school awards program. To the families, thank you for taking the time to come out and be here to honor these students and the hard work that they've done. Just from a procedural standpoint this morning, students, when your name gets called, come up to the stairs that are closest to you. Some are on this side, some over there. Go up the stairs. Make sure that when we receive our award, we take a moment to pause up here in front of the crowd so that parents and whoever else can get a picture, get that opportunity. If it's a list of students' names being read off, please hold your applause and stay quiet as best we can so that we can hear everybody's name. Okay. Again, welcome this morning, and I now invite Emery Brown and Aubrey McKim to come up and lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Carolyn Mawson, and I am representing the Rossville American Legion Auxiliary. Our organization is made up of women who now have or have had husbands, fathers, mothers, brothers, aunts, and uncles serving in the armed forces. We stand for patriotism, service, and citizenship, and honor to our veterans. Each year, we give an 8th grade student, present an 8th grade student with a citizenship award, someone who exhibits respect, honor to those around her in class with family and adults, and this year's citizenship award goes to Leah Trenton.
Good morning. I am Mrs. Dunn, and I'm excited to give 2 awards today. We're going to start off with the top 10 for each grade. And so 6th graders, this is the first time you're probably hearing of this award. We basically kind of try to get you ready for high school, right? So your whole grade point average and making sure that you're on track to graduate. And so we put into place counting the grade point average for our middle school, just as a way to kind of help get us in some good practice with that. So without further ado, the top 10 of the 6th grade, please just come up, hold your applause to the end, and stay on stage. In first place, our current valedictorian of the 6th grade class is Elijah Mackey. We would have 2 salutatorians. Please welcome William Brutton and Elena Miller. Tied for 4th place, Harper Brosman and Mason Brubaker. Lots of ties in the 6th grade. 6th place, tying are Camry Cornell and Aiden Longenecker. Tied for 8th place, Finnick Holtzbaugh and Logan Schwartz. And the top 10 final recipient is Miss Ridley Chapman. your sixth grade top 10. Congratulations. Right. All right, moving on to seventh grade. Seventh grade, current valedictorian. Welcome, Carson Mackey. It is a three-way tie for salutatorian. We have Davis Knopp, Bristol Butler, and Ann Miller. Raylan Thompson is in fifth place. And tied for sixth are Adele Kinsey and Grace Pierce. Another tie. Eighth place, Max Mahler and Colin Skinner. And final tie, rounding out our top 10, Abigail Brooks and Sophia Burrell. All right, congratulations, seventh grade top 10. And finally, our eighth grade. So this is your last year of middle school. Next year it gets real, right? We got to make sure that we get those grades as high as we can. Ending your high, well, I guess we still have one more semester, but as of right now, eighth grade, we've got a tie for valedictorian, Dixon Cole and Dalton Fawcett. And since there's a tie at first, that drops us down to third with Chloe Yeagley. Savannah Patrick is ranked fourth. Fifth place is Tommy Spitznagel. Tied for sixth, we have Noah Blackstone and Lorelei James. Elena Jameson has earned the eighth place spot. Mr. Isaiah Hopper is in ninth. And Abigail Stiles has earned the 10th place. Your eighth grade top 10. Congratulations. The next awards that we get to recognize today are our honor roll students. Our honor roll students were already provided their certificates earlier this year. We're blessed to have so many students who achieve this. So today we are just going to have them by grade. I will say your name. When I say your name, stand, and then we will hold the applause until the end. So let us go ahead and start with our sixth graders. Again, please stand when I say your name. These students achieved an honor roll status for at least one quarter of the 24-25 school year. Destiny Adams, Tag Bollinger, Austin Bolin, Harper Brosnan, Maria Brubaker, Mason Brubaker, William Brunton, Ridley Chapman, Camry Cornell, Lily Del Real, Scarlett Goris, Sienna Goris, Matthew Bourgeois, Jude Gustin, Finnick Polspaw, Kendra Jameson, Aiden Longnecker, Elijah Mackey, Abby Mon, Abigail Mead, Sophia Michael, Kayla Miller, Lena Miller, Lillian Miller, Grace Paget, Macy Parks, Henry Pendleton, Cameron Phoebus, Asher Filioff, Sadie Snyder, Logan Schwartz, Payson Skiles, Maddie Trentlich, Delilah Wagner, Hudson Ward, Andrew Williams, Emma Williams, Anderson Thompson, and Anderson Wilson and Austin Wilson. Congratulations, sixth grade. All right, seventh graders, please follow suit. When I say your name, please stand. Hold applause to the end. Our seventh grade honor roll students, Abigail Brooks, Sophia Burrell, Bristol Butler, Ambrose Cree, Lion Cree, Brody Dunn, Mallory Edmonds, Melena Emmenheiser, Mia Fry, Alexis Griffin, Jordan Hines, Layla Hospiel, Adele Kinsey, Davis Knopf, Owen Lynch, Carson Mackey, Benicio Medueno, Lyris Mash, Max Smaller, Corbin Martin, Rye McKenzie, Abigail Meadows, Gwen Meek, Sam Metz, Ann Miller, Ella Mascunas, Dakota Mosley, Easton Morgan, Summer Morrison, Tristan Osborne, Grace Pierce, Aiden Shively, Colin Skinner, Raylan Thompson, Joseph Thompson Smith, Malachi Welty, and Hallie Woodruff. And finally, our eighth graders, Brianna Billups, Noah Blackstone, Tyler Britt, Emery Brown, Hudson Burkle, Jalen Burrell, Lucas Bush, Ember Chapman, Dixon Cole, Lainey Del Real, Ella Delps, Adeline Farley, Dalton Fawcett, Payson Frazier, Morgan Gangwer, Jack Gustin, Isaiah Hopper, Caleb Huffer, Lorelei James, Elena Jameson, Emma Jones, Annabelle Krebs, Nellie Leslie, Avery Longnecker, Aubrey McKim, Andrew Meek, Connor Miller, Thane Miller, Raleigh Mitchell, Jack Paget, Savannah Patrick, Connor Robbins, Abigail Skiles, Jackson Miller, Tommy Spitznagel, Jacob Thompson, Leah Trentlich, Gino Vandeveer, Blair Wellman, Jaden Welty, and Chloe Yeagley. Congratulations, kiddos. Keep up the good work. Enjoy your summer. And I will turn it over to Mrs. Dillingham for the next set of awards.
Good morning. My name is Mrs. Dillingham. I'm the school counselor and the middle school student council sponsor. I'm super proud of our student council members this year. And they organized a super fun fall party. They raised money and supplies for our district-wide care closet. And then they ended the year, with a beautiful spring semi-formal. If we can take just a minute to turn the lights on, I just want all of my middle school student council members to please stand and be recognized. Okay. Thank you. Now I'm going to have the following students join me on stage because they spent the last year in leadership roles and met with me more often than they probably would have liked to get everything organized so we could throw those fun events for the middle school students. So if I can have Miss Emery Brown, President, Miss Layla Hosfield, Vice President, Miss Sophia Burrell, Secretary, and Miss Emma Williams, our Treasurer. All right, thank you all for a great year. All right, now I'll welcome Mr. back to the stage.
Hello, my name is Mr. Back. I'm a PE teacher here as well as a health teacher. And Mr. Dunn and myself chose some students for PE awards. And actually for our PE awards, athletic ability is one of our last criteria. It is in there, but really what we're looking for in good PE students are kids that have a positive attitude, great sports, whether they win or lose. They are good teammates, are willing to pass the ball and get other people involved. And this year, we really focused on growth. Kids that got better as the year went on. They tried their best, not just in the games that they liked, but in the warm-ups, in the running, and the push-ups. So we are very proud of this group of kids. The growth they've shown over this year and semester have been very excellent. First, I'd like to welcome Jack Guston. Your 8th grade top girl, Blair Wellman. 7th grade top boy, Dakota Mobley. 7th grade top girl, Bristol Butler. 6th grade top boy, Tristan Adams. 6th grade top girl, Harper Brosnan. 1 more round of applause for your PE awards. Now I'd like to welcome Mrs. Buck to the stage to present the Ag Awards.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mrs. Buck, and I'm the middle school ag teacher and middle school FFA advisor. So I chose these awards based on students' participation both in classroom activities and both in the FFA activities outside of school. So for 8th grade girl, we have Abigail Stiles. For our 8th grade boy, we have Lucas Bush. Seventh grade girls, Layla Hosfield. Our 7th grade boy is Lion Cree. Our 6th grade boy is Logan Schwartz. And our 6th grade girl is Kendra Jameson. Let's give one more round of applause for our outstanding ag students. You may be seated. Up next, I'll welcome the band teacher, Miss Fink.
Good morning. My name is Miss Fink. I'm the band director here at Rossville. I'm here to present the top 2 students for each grade in middle school. I'll start with 6th grade and then end with 8th grade. The 2 students for 6th grade have been great additions to the band program this year. They take direction extremely well and have become excellent musicians because of it. They are Tag Bollinger and Blaney Deneau. In 7th grade, these 2 students have gotten extremely involved this year doing pet band or pit band or both, which has helped them grow as musicians. They are Easton Morgan and Peyton Bevins Rifle. Last but not least, our 8th graders. These 2 students have been amazing to see from 6th grade to now. They have great tenacity and have achieved excellent things. One of them even got a perfect score on her clarinet solo this year. They are Jackson Sloan and Annabelle Krebs. One more round of applause for our excellent musicians. Next up is Mr. Buck with Choir Awards.
Hi, everybody. We're going to start this off with recognizing 12 individuals who participated in an extracurricular chorus, and these students had to meet after school on a Friday. I want to repeat that. These kids had to stay after school on a Friday because they just like singing that much. So can we please come up here and recognize Lexi Hoffman, Layla Hosfield, Kendra Jameson, Elena Jameson, Annabelle Krebs, Elijah Mackey, Abby Meadows, Grace Paget, Jazz Sloan, Emma Williams, Hallie Woodruff, and Chloe Yeagley.
Let's give a round of applause to our Rossville singers. You guys may go ahead and work your way to your seats and figure out your awards as you walk your way down. I'm trying to be efficient up here, trying. All right, next set of awards are our outstanding choir members, 2 for each grade. Similar to what Mr. Back was saying for the PE awards, these awards are not just based off of musicianship and talent, they're based off of work, effort, dedication, and just overall leadership in the classroom. So I'm gonna speed read these, but hopefully y'all can come up here in order. So for 6th grade, I have Grace Paget and Emma Williams. For 7th grade, I have Ella Miskunis and Hallie Woodruff. And for 8th grade, I have Chloe Yeagley and Jack Paget. Another round of applause for your top choir students. And now I would like to welcome Miss Weaver to the podium.
Hello. For the Outstanding Artist Awards, I will be giving out 2 awards to 6th grade, 2 awards to 7th grade, and 1 award to 8th grade. So for 6th grade, the Outstanding Artist Awards go to Ridley Chapman and Jude Gustin. Every day, Ridley gave such a positive energy to the classroom, and she was very skilled at the artistic decisions she made. Jude is very skilled at drawing with his attention to detail and adding value. I was always very impressed. All right, for 7th grade, the Outstanding Artist Awards go to Raylan Thompson and Benjamin Flora. Raylan is an amazing artist. I'm reminded of all those times just seeing her art projects would make me smile just because she's so good. For Benjamin, I love to see the spark in him when he creates. He has an eagerness to make his projects unique and his own. And for 8th grade, the Outstanding Artist Award goes to Ember Chapman. She has proven her art skills above expectation this year. My hope is that she will continue to take art classes in high school, because not only do I know she will succeed, I know that even now she would have fit it right in with my high schoolers this year. All right, next up is Mr. Newhauser.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Right. Excellent. Good. All right. So my name is Mr. Newhauser, and I teach the theater and creative dramatics classes. And I was going to just recognize 2 students in each of the grades, but then I was thinking about the class play that we just finished, and I wanted to recognize some additional students as well. So the first thing I'd like to do is recognize the student leaders from the 6th grade class. So, and if you just hang on a second until I get them all out here. Delilah Wagner was our director. I said, hold on a second. Henry Pendleton was our stage manager, and CJ King was our tech director. So if those 3 could come up, give them, now you can clap for them. All right, and then I also want to recognize an outstanding actor and outstanding actress, Hudson Wharf and Isla Stevens. So if you two could come up also. Okay, you guys can go now. That was great. All right, I'm going to move on to 7th grade, and again, hold your applause until the end, please. This class actually had 2 directors, Lion Cree and Mia Fry. McCoy Darnell was our tech director, and Riley McKenzie was our stage manager. So if you 4 could come up. Over here. All right, and our actress in this class, I'd like to recognize Brooklyn Klein. And then I had a really hard time with the boys, so I just went ahead and picked out a bunch of people. So instead of just recognizing like one best actor, I had 2 sets of 2 that really brought out the best in each other. So I'd like to recognize as an outstanding duo, the team of Dunn and Mackey, if you 2 could come on up. I'm not wrong, right? Played Mr. Burgundy and Agent Orange in our last show. And then the other duo from this class, they again brought out the best in each other as the narrators, Mahler and Martin, if you 2 could come up as well. He gave me $1, by the way. Okay. All right, the 7th grade. All right, and our student leaders in the 8th grade class, Emery Brown was the director, Tyler Britt was the technical director, and Hudson Burkle was the stage manager. If you 3 could come up. Actress in this class, Aubrey McKim. And outstanding actor, Caleb Huffer. All right, thank you all very much. Next up, I believe, is the 6th grade team. I'm not sure which teacher that is, but let's give it for the 6th grade. 6th grade team.
Okay. This is really high. I'm Mrs. Miller. I'm the sixth grade English teacher. So it's been a privilege to teach your kids this year. Thank you for letting me be their teacher. They're a lot of fun, and I missed them a lot when I was on maternity leave, and we've had a very fun semester. So I'm going to honor the top 5 first. It was really hard because I had a very long spreadsheet of everybody who was in at least 90%. And it was a duty to go through it all. So when these kids come up, grab your certificate. Yeah. So my first one is Miss Lena Miller, Elijah Mackey, Camry Cornell, Sienna Goris, and Miss Kayla Miller. My next 2 awards are, one is my most improved, and this young lady, she matured not only in like her behavior and how she handled herself and stuff, and obviously to see her grow into a young lady, but also I began to see a big change in her academically, even to the point of color coding her answers, which I greatly appreciated. Miss Kendry Schaefer. She's surprised. And then my last one is a Webster Award. This is somebody who shows a love of English. This young lady showed a love of reading, and oftentimes I caught her reading when sometimes I was like, I need you to get going, and then she would let me know that her homework was already done for my class. And this one is Sadie Schneider.
All right, so I am Mr. Dropper. I'm the math teacher and I'm presenting the 6th grade awards for math. So I'll start with our top 5. So first one is Aiden Longenecker. Huh? Take your time, bud. It's all right. Hey! All right. Next is Kason Skiles. All right, next, Hudson Brunton. Next is Elijah Mackey. And last but not least, in our top 5 is Jude Gustin. All right, stay up there, guys, but this is your top 5. My next award is for Most Improved. So for this award, I wanted to make sure to recognize someone that he's a new student here, and he started off and improved the entire way through the semester. So I was really impressed with his improvement over the through the time he was here. His name is Cole McLeland.
Middle school students, if we could please just stick to the round of applause. We do not need the extra yelling. Thank you.
All right, so my last award is our Euclid Award. This is an award that transcends academics and moves into what I saw was a great improvement in a positive way towards school and outside of school. And it really makes me proud to say this, that this award goes to Faith Louts.
All right, you guys are good. Okay, hello, I am Mrs. Brown. I am the sixth and eighth grade science teacher. And I am doing the sixth grade awards, the top 5. I'm doing the most improved and then the Galileo Award. I just gotta say real quick, these sixth graders, granted this is my first year, but you guys kept me on my toes. You were a blast. I had a lot of fun, so I hope you guys did too. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started with the top 5. So top 5 is Hudson Brunson. Scarlett Boris. Lena Miller. Elijah Mackey. And Lillian Miller. All right, and then our most improved science. This one goes to the girl who constantly came up to ask me questions, and she at the start of the year told me that she wanted to start middle school and she wanted to, concentrate on being confident in the classroom and asking questions and participating, and I just could not have thought of a better person to get this award than Ridley Chapman. All right, and then the last one is the Galileo Award. So this one goes to somebody who worked super hard in my class and was constantly, participating. I always was confident in, if I needed help, somebody getting the class to get going and talking, she was always one that I could count on, and that is Macy Parks.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Okay, I'm going to start with the top 5. This year, I'm very happy to say that there were a lot of very strong social studies students, which made it hard to calculate, but also math, because I'm not very math-oriented, so that was fun. Okay, starting off, we have Harper Brosnan. Elijah Mackey. Camry Cornell. Elena Miller. And lastly, Hudson Brutton. Okay, next is my most improved for social studies this year. Whenever I think of this award, I don't typically think of academics. I think of how that student has improved throughout the year as a person. And this student has grown so much from August to now. I'm very proud of how the student has improved both socially and academically. And I'm very pleased to announce that my most improved this year is Johanna Wallace. Okay, last but not least is my Herodotus Award. I have been practicing that name all year, so good, get that down. Okay, 7th graders and 6th graders, you've had me both now. I'm gonna quiz you. Hopefully you guys remember this. I really hope you do. Exactly, all right. Okay, who is Herodotus? I heard Greek. Stevie. Not a Greek god. Wait, where's Delilah? Not quite. I see none of my 6th graders besides Delilah raising their hands. Okay, Max. Close, you're close. We're all kind of close. Okay, Herodotus was a Greek historian. Greek historian. He is often referred to as the father of history and also helped with geography. This award is given to a student who may or may not have been in the top 5 of content area, but this student had a tremendous amount of understanding of the social studies and participated in class discussions, brought new ideas, and always had great conversations about the Packers and the Eagles and also the Pacers recently. Which go Pacers, Pacers in 5. So, all right. My Herodotus Award winner for this year, who also gets a fancy pen with it, is Mason Brubaker. Okay, last but not least is Mrs. Plew.
All right, I have the pleasure of handing out the Wonder Awards. At the beginning of the year, we read Wonder. We finished it in November, and the kids knew we were watching them all year long for kind acts. We talked about how kindness and being nice are two different things. And at the end of the year, I had the kids vote who they thought deserved the Wonder Award. So we actually had 2 ties this year. That's never happened before. So we have 2 girls and 2 boys. Each one of you will be getting a Wonder Book that has been signed by all of your teachers and administrators, thanking you for your kindness this year. So our first girl, let me read the inscription on the book first. It says, the Wonder Award was created in 2013 after the 6th grade read the book Wonder by R.J. Palacio. We feel this award is the award to be held in highest esteem and hope that the winners each year will continue to show kindness and empathy toward others. Congratulations for having the heart to see and accept other people as they are. So I'm going to start with the girls. The first girl, I'm just going to read a couple of the comments from your classmates. So I'm not going to say the name yet, but this person should win the Wonder Award because she's very kind to everyone and she's always cheering everyone on. This person, I would nominate for the Wonder Award because she has shown me and multiple other students acts of kindness, such as helping with homework or sharing her supplies. This person is generous and very giving. The first Wonder Award goes to Camry Cornell. Our second female Wonder Award winner, here are some comments from her classmates. This person is one of the kindest people I know. She gives everyone pencils if they need them and is always willing to help if they need help with homework or anything really. She is always has the biggest smile on her face and brightens my day. She always helps people with homework. She is truly kind. She is kind to all people and is always there to help. She has helped me with anything I have asked. Our second female is Lena Miller. Our first boy, some of the comments from his classmates. This person has been so kind for as long as I've known him. He helps people with homework. He makes everyone's day better. He is a genuinely good person to talk to, and he's really kind to other people. This person is always kind. He's funny and always asks if you're okay. He's always good in class, too. He is also a good friend to talk to. Our first boy winner is Jude Gustin. And our final winner, this person is always looking on the bright side of things and willing to help me when I need help with my math homework. This person, because I think he is a very good influence to have good grades. This person, because he is always helping, even if he doesn't have to. Our final Wonder winner is Elijah Mackey. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, if the 7th grade team would come up. All right, I'm also giving the seventh grade English awards. This is a little bit tricky because we had an honors class that was taught by a completely different teacher, and then I had the regular classes, so we just combined them. We went off straight percentages, so these are our top 5, and it is a mixture of the 2 classes. So our number 5 student is Gwen Meek. Number 4 is Bristol Butler. Number 3 is Sophia Burrell. Number 2 is Max Mahler. And the top English student in both classes is Raylan Thompson. So Mr. Olnick and I got together and we decided that he would choose the Webster Award and I would choose the most improved. We thought that made the most sense. So I'm going to give the Webster Award first. And this is a student who just always works hard, didn't make it into the top 5, but always gives her best. And he chose Hallie Woodruff. My final award is really special to me. This student, this is the most improved in English, and this student, it's no secret, struggled at the beginning of the year, and about Christmas, he made a complete turnaround. He went up 30% from Christmas to May. So this wasn't even a contest on who the most improved English student is, and that is Kai Cottrell. One round of applause for the 7th grade English students. Next, we have Mr. Crawford with the Math Awards.
Okay. Mr. Crawford and I shared the 7th grade this year. I had the Math 7 honors course. Kind of got to the opportunity to go back in the classroom, and I was grateful for that opportunity. It's been a great year. Super fun. Sometimes I felt like I was held hostage because they have a lot of energy, but I did enjoy the time. So I will have the top 3 from my class, and we'll kind of be going back and forth to present our Math Awards today. I just want to say to my kiddos, thank you for putting up with everything this year. I know sometimes, you know, you had to do with an electronic version of me teaching you, or we're changing classes, or lots of crazy things. So I appreciate your flexibility. All right, top 7th grade math student this year was Lion Cree. Our 2nd place math student is Carson Mackey. Tied for 3rd, we have Corbin Martin and Raylan Thompson.
seventh grade for the students that were with me. Vinicio Medueno, come on up. Also in the top 5 was Grace Pierce. And this year for seventh grade most improved, I was really proud to watch him at the beginning of the year. He definitely had his own struggles with math, and throughout the year he bought into what we were doing in class, and there was a great improvement over the year. And I'm very proud to say that Kyler Long is the most improved student for seventh grade.
All right, and then our last math award came from my class, and it's the Euclid Award. And this individual, I think, doubted her math abilities, and really shouldn't, because she's an outstanding student. Ella Mascunas. Your math awards. All right, next we will welcome Mr. Huffer for science.
Hello, Mr. Huffer, and I will go ahead and state I didn't share. I had them all. So my top 5 for science this year: Grace Pierce, Davis Knopp, Maxwell Mahler, Braylon Thompson, and Carson Mackey. For my Galileo Award this year, this is an individual who really had an insight for things. He was always asking the next question, and that was something that really stood out to me. He always wanted to make sure he knew what was going on, and it showed throughout the year and the improvement this person made. Tristan Osborne. And last, my most improved. This individual really had a lot of self-doubt starting out the year. And while I would say it probably lingers a little bit still, it has greatly improved. The work, the dedication, the making sure that they understand what's expected of them, how to do things, how to accomplish things, and why. And this one goes to Alexis Crippen. your seventh grade science awards. And next, Mr. North with social studies.
All right, hello. I am Mr. North, in charge of seventh grade social studies, and I will say, out of all the tabulations I've had to do as a teacher, this is the hardest class I've ever had to evaluate because, full disclosure, everyone who is on my top 5 list was over a 98%. I am talking literally percentile points that were separating you guys. But, going off of that, the grand reveal. Get it out. Hey, we all know I can gaffe from time to time. In 5th place, over a 98%, we have Miss Colin Skinner. In 4th place, and again, incredibly close, we have, and I'm sorry if your legs are getting tired, buddy, Mr. Carson Mackey. In 3rd place, we have Miss Sophia Burrell. In 2nd place, and I am talking like literally 0.02% is what separated you guys at the end of the day, we have Miss Bristol Butler. And in 1st place, congratulations to Miss Raylan Thompson. Now, I would like to acknowledge the most improved student for the year. This is someone who at the start of the year, we had our ups and downs, but at the same time, not only did he improve his grade by over 20% from first semester to second semester, but I also just saw his attitude shift. I saw him more willing to participate in class discussions. I saw him just become a very positive presence in the classroom overall. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge Mr. Corbin West Fuller. And as my esteemed colleague, Mr. Smith, pointed out just a few moments ago, Herodotus is often considered the father of history, the first sort of modern historian. And I know in the age you guys are growing up in especially, it's hard at times to feel like the world has been totally discovered when you can just Google and any answer seems to pop up on your screen. But the important thing is never stop asking questions because there's always more knowledge out there to be found and obtained. And this student, for my Herodotus Award, every single day, without fail, would come up to me before class, after class, asking me questions about historical topics, wanting to learn more, wanting to talk history. So I can think of no more fitting recipient for this award than Mr. Benjamin Flora. And on that note, we will hand it on over to the 8th grade team.
Okay, good morning. I'm Mr. McClure, and I'm 8th grade math. And so we'll go ahead and start with our top 5 for Math 8. So when I call your name, please come on up Top 5 for Math 8, the first one is Connor Miller. Okay, next is Jalen Burrell. I never pronounced that right. Burrell, sorry. Caleb Huffer. Next up, Morgan Ganger. And last, but not least, is Annabelle Krebs. Okay, I also had the privilege, and I'm going to have you guys stay up here if you don't mind, because I'm going to bring up the top 5 also for Algebra 1. These students took an Algebra 1 course, which is basically freshman level math. If they earn a B or higher in both semesters, they'll receive high school credit for that. So this is a difficult course, especially for 8th grade, but these top 5 were all above 97%. So first, okay, sorry. All right, we got Elena Jameson. Chloe Yeagley. Lorelai James. Savannah Patrick. Dixon Cole. And I realize, being the math teacher, that's 5, but I made a mistake on the first one. Was Elena Jameson was our Euclid Award. She could have very easily been in the top 5. She worked extremely hard. Our number 1 top scorer for Algebra 1, Dalton Fawcett. And then we have one more 8th grade award, which is the most improved student. This one came from my Math 8 course and just showed a great effort, especially the second semester, and that is Kason Frazier.
I'm Mrs. Miller again. I teach the 8th grade English, and then Mr. Landis actually teaches the 8th grade honors this year. So I did have the pleasure of teaching these kids when they were in 6th grade, but I didn't teach them in 8th grade, but I'm still very proud of them. So these kids were phenomenal to have. They were great. They were a lot of fun. They were one that I had to sometimes make up things on the fly because they're so intelligent. They would get things done so quickly, which is great and also a problem as a teacher sometimes. So my top 5, my first one is Mr. Jack Dustin. Miss Blair Wellman. Mr. Caleb Huffer. Dalton Fawcett. and Elena Jameson. My next two awards is my Webster and my Most Improved. My Webster was very difficult to decide because a lot of these kids, again, the 8th grade class excels academically. They really do, and it's very competitive. I looked for students that not only loved and enjoyed to read, but also were looking to constantly improve. And this student definitely did throughout the entire year. She was always up at my desk wanting double things checked, and I told her at one point, well, you got it. Like, you don't need me to double check it because you know what you're doing. I don't think she liked that answer, and she always wanted to do better, but mine is Brianna Billups. I want to give this one. My last one is my Most Improved. I think the student was very surprised to hear. I think her mom told her that she was getting an award, and she asked me at one point, for your class, guess you're just gonna find out. But she was very excited. She definitely kept me on my toes, and actually a couple times, I love this as a teacher. At one point, she had to actually correct me on something I was teaching for Anne Frank, and she said, "Mrs. Miller, this is actually, you know, like her sister did have a diary and things like that, but it was great, and I enjoyed it." And I was like, "You are right, and you go right ahead." But that would be Miss Sawyer Johnson.
All right, hi, I'm back again. I got the 8th graders, so I didn't have all of the 8th graders. Mr. Huffer had one class of them. But from what he has said and what I have seen, this class is a lot of fun. I think probably one of my most favorite labs that we did was the ice cream in a bag, even though it made my classroom stink for like 3-4 days. It was still pretty fun. So we're gonna do the top 5. First one is Jack Guston. Blair Wellman. Dixon Cole. Abigail Skiles. And Lorelei James. All right, and then the next one is the Galileo Award. So I did not have this student, but from what I have heard, he is a phenomenal student. He always asks a lot of questions, and it was a really good candidate for this, and that is Jack Paget. All right, and then last one is the Most Improved. I took some time kind of thinking about this one because there was a lot of students that I thought could have gotten this award. But the one that I chose, the reason I chose her was because at the start of the year, she kind of was nervous about science. She really liked art, and so we tried to incorporate different things into that. She always came to me, even if she was having trouble with things, asking questions. She always wanted to know the answer to something, and I just thought that that was really a great quality to have, and that is Ember Chapman.
All
All right, good afternoon, or good morning, I guess. I'm Mr. Gahabe. I teach 8th grade social studies. I also have the daunting task of teaching seniors as well, government econ. So I bounce around from seniors to 8th graders, seniors to 8th graders all day. But this group was exceptional. I really enjoyed teaching this group from colonial America all the way to the Civil War. They were engaged and interested in what we were doing each day. And so I really am proud of the 8th graders. My top 5, as everyone else has kind of talked about, we have a pretty, we're pretty blessed here at Rossville. I was looking at my seniors, the amount of A's and B's versus the number of students in the actual grade was well over 65% of those students got an A's or B's. The same thing is true at the 8th grade and all the other students, all their classes. I've been hearing about the long list of students that we get to choose from. So we are really, truly blessed with the amount of academic rigor that we put on our students, but also what our students put forth. The top 5 in my class, starting with number 5, is Lorelei James. The 4th highest score in 8th grade social studies was Abigail Skiles. The 3rd highest score, Chloe Yeagley. Second highest score, Jack Guston. And the top overall social studies student, 8th grade, Dixon Cole. All right, for my Herodotus Award, you guys know who Herodotus was by this point. But this young man, I try to think about who's going to receive this award. There's lots of students who I could have chosen. But this young man came in each morning, happy-go-lucky. He was ready to learn. He participated, really engaged in the content, and it didn't hurt that we also liked talking about the Pacers and the Cubs. My Herodotus Award goes to Tyler Britt. In the category of most improved, as I was thinking about this, it was really, this is probably the most difficult, I think, of the awards to choose for me, although the Herodotus Award was also difficult. I chose a student that first semester was really kind of struggling with not only the content, but just kind of finding their way. They're new to Rossville. But second semester, I really thought this student turned it around. It proved that when you start stacking good choice upon good choice upon good choice, good things happen. And so I hope that's the takeaway for this young lady, that when she started to make good choices, not only academically, socially, emotionally, all those things start to add up to good things. And I hope that she takes that away into her high school years, is Lily Nicholson.
Mr. Newhouser, these awards up here. You're good. Okay. Just wanted to be sure, sir. Thank you to all the parents and families that came out today, this morning, taking your time away from your day and to honor these students. As you very well know, they're full of energy and enthusiasm. Sometimes it can come out, but we do appreciate everything that your students do here at Rossville and the hard work that they put forward. From a procedural standpoint, I do know that some of you have signed your student out for the remainder of this day. However, they will need to go back to their first period class with their teacher and then sign out of the office. Parents cannot go into the building because we are in a school day unless you're signed in. So the students will have to go back to their first period. They'll have to then go to the office to sign out just like normal, and then they can go home for the day if that has already been planned. Okay, the rest of the students, you'll go to your first period. After that, your teachers will then, whatever time of the day it is, they'll send you to that class period. We will finish our morning. We will do homeroom and lunch like normal, and then we have the activity in the afternoon. Okay, again, thank you everybody for coming.